I want a clean house. I want to clean the Kansas house. I think it's a mess. And I'm hoping this is going to be a really exciting year. I've never seen so many Democrat primaries. I know there's a lot more Republican primaries too. Now, I haven't really delved into all of them enough to
Yeah.
know if some of the primaries might be punitive. They didn't
Mhm.
vote certain ways, or if they're people trying to. I know at least three of them are people trying to take the party back from the extreme that's taken over it. And I'll take that too. Because there's certain
Absolutely.
Kansas House districts that are not gonna flip this year.
Absolutely. The
Yeah.
spectrum has shifted to my right, if you will. And I have family members who are conservative or Republican, and we have a great relationship. I will be honest, for a couple of years, there were some tough conversations being had at the dinner table. However, as time has gone on, there's a separation going on that I've noticed slowly. And whether or not I agree with this sentiment, to me, there's people who would call themselves conservatives or Republicans, and then there's another group that, and I wouldn't say necessarily that are just diehard MAGA, but there's something. And typically it is a group of people who are very staunch supporters of the current administration.
I think if you look at the most recent June registration numbers, that the we lost a little bit of Democrats, we lost quite a few Republicans, and then we
Yeah.
gained twice as many as we lost from both of those as unaffiliated. It means most likely most of those people moved over here to
Right.
unaffiliated. We got a bunch of new people that
Mhm.
affiliated. And so I think that the Republicans want to believe that's all Democrats, but that's just not what it's showing.
It's not. It's not
Yeah.
because at the same time, there are a huge group of people who we can't really capture with the data and with the numbers because they're not energized voters, number one. And they're not energized voters because they probably haven't been. And then on top of that, they've been disenfranchised by the system on both sides, whether
Mhm.
it's Democrats make with poor legislation or Republicans with poor legislation. And so the themes that I constantly hear with my neighbors is, why should I trust you as a Democrat? Because how I see things is that you have they're two wings of the same bird. You've got Democrats and Republicans, and at the end of the day, they feed into some of the same systems that are tearing down our communities and our neighborhoods. And I don't know if I necessarily agree with that statement 100%, but I can see and I can understand why people would feel that way. Government in general, whether it's local, state, or federal, government's never been good at educating, at leveling with people and being transparent. That has been an issue for as long as I can remember. And what this leads to is a complete distrust in government. That's what we're working with now is an American public that doesn't trust,
Yeah.
any of the politicians, and they especially distrust if you're diehard on one side or the other. They want someone who is not establishment. They want to look at a candidate and see themselves, not only themselves, but maybe even their friend or their children. They don't want these lifelong politicians.
Yeah, I think that because like Caden's Bennett's district in 81 is 40% unaffiliated. So when we're posting things in the groups and stuff, they do not trust the government. It has nothing to do with them being an R. They just don't trust the government.
Sure.
I think that there are a lot of really good people running right now for Kansas House that are not establishment, but you just have to pick a letter.
Yeah, you do.
This
You
state
do.